I have a question. Who's ready? Who's ready? Who's ready to stand up for Canada with me? We will build an independent future for our great country. A future that makes the greatest country on the earth even better.
We're gonna kill you by one. We start from Costa Rica, we went Cavendish, we went Mossad, we're gonna empty the door, forget you own everything. You take your package, we go to you can many crime here in Canada.
Canadian Jews thought the nightmare was ending, and they believed change was coming, and that they could finally live without fear again. But instead, Mark Carney's Liberal Party just won. The same party that let anti-Semitism explode across Canada under Trudeau. It's back, and the message couldn't be clearer. If you're Jewish, you're on your own. But make no mistake, this isn't just a betrayal of Jewish Canadians. This is a betrayal of every Canadian who still believes in freedom, law, order, and the soul of the country, and it's only just begun. Canadian election results are in, and Mark Carney and his Liberal Party have taken power again. And for the Jewish community, it's devastating. This wasn't just another election. This was a choice between survival and surrender, between protecting Jewish Canadians and abandoning them to rising hate. And over 6,200 anti-Semitic incidents were recorded in Canada last year. That's the highest number in history. Police reported hate crimes against Jews jumped by 71%. And in Toronto, Jewish residents make up nearly 80% of all religion-based hate crime victims. And after October 7th, 82% of Canadian Jews said they no longer feel safe in their own country. And where was the Liberal government? Silent, weak, cowardly. They let the anti-Semitism grow completely unchecked. And they allowed the oldest hatred in the world to go mainstream, in the streets, in the schools, and on the airwaves. Jewish Canadians placed their faith not in a political party, but in the basic human right to safety. And they believed a change in the leadership could finally mean zero tolerance for hate. But instead, they woke up to the same leadership that led that fire spread. But here's what too many still don't see. It doesn't stop with the Jews. It never does. Jewish Canadians were the canary in the coal mine, as they say. And when a society tolerates hatred against one group, the collapse of freedom for everyone is right behind it. Trust me. Now, I want to talk about why I believe Carney's victory endangers all Canadians, not just Jews. The election wasn't just about the Jewish community's survival. It was about the survival of Canada itself. And Mark Carney represents everything that's poisoning Canada from within. And under his Liberal Party, Canada has embraced a culture of weakness. Criminals are treated like victims. Law enforcement is vilified. Hardworking Canadians who demand safety and accountability are treated like extremists. And their immigration policies are completely reckless, opening the borders without any real plan for integration, allowing extremist ideologies to creep into Canada under the mask of diversity. And instead of uniting people under Canadian values, the Liberals have fractured communities into tribal factions. You ever wonder why my show even exists? It's not just about breaking news. It's about breaking through lies. And this show is my war room. Every episode is a mission. Every truth bomb we drop pushes back on the darkness. We're under attack, spiritually, culturally, physically. The media lies, the universities indoctrinate, social media silences, but we're still here, fighting, loud, and unapologetic. Now, I'm not backed by a network, no corporate agenda. This show is powered by you, and we've made it this far together. Now here's how you can help me take it even further. You can donate directly and become part of the core sponsorship team keeping this mission alive. Hit the link in the description. Support packages start at $25. They help keep the lights on in the studio. You can also pick up my deep concealment holster, the same one I designed and trained Keanu Reeves on for the John Wick franchise, because carrying smart is part of the mindset. Also, you can grab a 3-pack of the famous Aaron Cohen Show Merkava Coffee, the only coffee in America strong enough to fuel counterterrorism. This stuff is incredible. Or grab a signed copy of my best-selling memoir, The Story Behind the Story, The Real War, The Brotherhood, The Mission. Either way, every purchase fuels the next operation. Every dollar helps me punch back harder. So if you've ever said, finally, someone said it, now's your moment to join the fight. Click the link down below, sponsor the mission, grab yourself a coffee, a holster, an autographed copy of my memoir, or join my support team and let's lock shields and keep pushing forward, because never again means now. Support the Aaron Cohen Show. Appreciate you guys. And I want to talk about their economic policies, which are just as destructive. Carney helped flood the country with cheap money during his time at the Bank of Canada. And now Canadians are paying the price with skyrocketing inflation, collapsing small businesses, and a generation locked out of homeownership. Forget it, it's done. And they've sacrificed Canada's future on the altar of virtual signaling and green garbage ideology that crushes working families. And let's not forget the liberals have declared war on free speech. Internet censorship bills, disinformation task forces, crackdowns on dissent disguised as protection. This isn't protecting democracy. It's strangling it. And on the world stage, Canada under the liberals has completely lost its spine. Silent on terrorism, cozy with dictatorships, no clarity, no courage, no loyalty to freedom. That's what built Canada. Carney and his party aren't just failing at leadership, they're actively redefining what it means to be Canadian. From proud and free to weak and submissive. And every Canadian, whether they realize it or not, is going to pay the price. So here's where I'm at with this. History tells us exactly what happens next. And when Jews are abandoned, they don't give up. We get stronger. We get organized. We fight smarter. And it's the same thing with all Canadians. And when freedom is attacked, real Canadians don't disappear. They rise and they fight back. In my opinion, this isn't the end of Canada. This is the beginning of what I'm calling a new Canadian movement. A movement that refuses to surrender to this weakness garbage. A movement that refuses to stay silent while the country they love is torn apart by these whacked out radicals. Canadian Jews will stand up and freedom-loving Canadians will stand up. And the cowards and traitors sitting in Canada's parliament today will find out exactly what happens when you underestimate the people who still believe in freedom and strength and no-nonsense truth. And Carney's victory is not the end. It's a wake-up call. So I want to close it out with this. To the Jewish community in Canada, I say to you, you are not alone. We see you and we stand with you here in the United States. And to every Canadian who still believes in Canada, now is your time to fight. Not with fear, no apologies, but you got to be courageous with truth, relentless strength. You've got to get this left out of office because freedom isn't something you're handed today. It's something that you have to fight for today in this misinformation age. And if Canada is going to survive, and if there's going to be anything left worth saving, it's time for Canadians to step up. I want to thank you guys for watching this one. Scary times right now for the Jews in Canada, in Vancouver, Toronto, Montreal. Some of the largest waves of anti-Semitism we've seen in the West. And it's a terrible time for Canadians who love Canada. It's time for your change, Canada. And if you stand for Canada, you stand for the truth. As always, do me a favor, subscribe, share this episode, support the mission below. If we don't fight back, there's not going to be any Canada left to save. I want to thank you guys for watching this one. And as always, you can support the show and donate directly. Join my sponsorship team, or if you carry concealed, grab yourself my deep concealment holster. Same one I trained Keanu on for the John Wick franchise. Runs below the waistband, never going to fall off you. Lightning fast draw with just a little bit of training. Or you can grab a signed memoir of Brotherhood of Warriors, the story behind the story, my time in Israel's counter-terror special operations unit. Or you can donate directly to the show and join my sponsorship team. Or grab yourself a 3-pack of Merkava Coffee. Appreciate you guys. All the sponsorship helps keep the lights on in the studio. I'm going to come back to Canada as this anti-Semitism continues to open up. I want to thank you guys for watching this one. I'm Aaron Cohen, and you're watching The Aaron Cohen Show, and I will catch you guys on the next one.